Ba-da-da-da. Wah, 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 wah. Ba, 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 boo. So I've been watching a lot of GP laps recently, especially his old series, his playthrough of Grand Prix Legends as his driver Richie Axelson, and I was inspired. I thought, that sounds like a great deal of fun. I want to do that. So I am going to do my own sort of role-play driver career, starting from 1990. I have no idea how far we'll go in F1 Challenge VB. I've got the AI set to 93 difficulty. I think that's a good number. For some tracks it's better, for some tracks it's worse. If we keep it the same, it should be alright. To start off, I've decided to take a risk, and to start my Formula 1 career, I decided to approach the newly formed Life team and ask them if they would be interested in hosting me as their driver, and as they're a bit desperate, they said, "Of course, we'd love to have you drive for our team." Now, roleplay aside, it would be unfair of me to drive the Life L190 and not mention Gary Brabham and the heinous things he did, the atrocities he committed. I think it would be unfair to his victims if I didn't mention. Gary Brabham spent only 6 months in prison for having unconsensual sex with a 6-year-old girl and a 9-year-old girl, and then he used his immense power, money, and influence to try and string out the court case as long as possible, to try and cripple the family who he'd already destroyed. He was, of course, the first driver that Life had before they replaced him with Bruno Giacomelli. I just think it would be unfair to drive the Life and not mention that Gary Brabham is a disgusting piece of human garbage. Yeah, I'm glad I got that out of the way. I think that was needed to be said. Not enough people mention that Gary Brabham is a truly disgusting human being, and him only spending 6 months in prison for his heinous crimes is a bit of a joke, to be honest. But back to the game. I've decided that, okay, so we can't simulate pre-qualifying and, not qualifying for events in this game, right? It's just not something that the game supports. So I've decided to do it slightly differently. How I'm going to do it is each race is going to have 26 drivers, right? And I am going to try and get into 107% of the pole time, which is how the modern rule set works. That's not how it worked at this time. The 107% rule did not exist yet, but I think it's the fairest, best way I'm going to do it. The reason I'm driving for Life is because, it's just so fucking funny, isn't it? Outside of Gary Brabham, and ignoring him, now that we've gotten him out of the way, the Life L190 is the car that got me into Formula 1. I was obsessed with this pile of shit before I got into the sport. Look at that hump. Look at that beautiful hump. Oh, so good. This thing's stupid W12 engine. Oh, it's just beautiful. So that's how we're going to start this career, at the very back of the grid, struggling to qualify. Let's go. Round 1 of the 1990 season at Phoenix, USA. Alright. I don't know what kind of setup to do, so we're just going to leave it all standard. We have 13% races. Let's do some practice. Let's see how the car feels. This feels inaccurately fast for a Life. Maybe qualifying won't be as difficult as I thought. I thought it was going to be a real struggle to get this thing onto the grid. It, being a Life L190. Now, in F1 Challenge, tire temps is a really big thing. It's probably, the Sims, thing that it's most hardcore about is tire temperatures. You really got to get them up to temperature. Uh-oh. Whoa! Alright. Yeah, there's a lot of quirks with this sim that you gotta get used to. One of them, you can't trail brake. In some seasons you can. but in some seasons you can't. The physics are quite inconsistent from season to season. Just, you know, nature of it being a very sort of janky mod. Whoa! Okay. Ah! Shit. Shit. Okay, let's go back to the pits. I am gonna change the setup, because this is braking. Because I'm spinning on the brakes, and I don't like that. So let's just very, very front bias.
Nice.
Ooh, okay. Still spinning a lot. Fudge! Ah! So I kept it at third. I didn't know the life had enough power to spin out, to be honest. I'm quite surprised. Whoa! Uh-oh. Luckily there's some runoff here, right? Uh-oh. Come on! Come on! Very realistic. Very physics. Uh-oh. Got a car coming? Do you hear that, guys? My rear right tire is beginning to blister. Oh god, anything but. I think we're ready. Let's go to qualifying. Okay, so we haven't got many laps left. See 33 liters for qualifying. Stefano Modeno's got the fastest time. What? Roberto Moreno? Isn't he in Colonia? No, he's Eurobrum. Alright, well done, Moreno. Ah! That didn't take very long. No, I don't know what corner it was. I think this is when John and Lacey had that amazing battle with the Ayrton Senna. It's so unfortunate that Lacey ended up moving to Ferrari just as Ferrari really dropped off, because Lacey had so promising at the start of his career. I mean, his 1990 season is not talked about enough. It was fucking legendary, as far as I'm concerned. Oh, this bit of the track so bumpy. No! Come on. No! 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 No, 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 please, please, please. Maybe we have time for another lap? I gotta give a good impression to the team on my first race.
You're down at the second sector.
I can't imagine they're super impressed with my first outing. 1:45.9 in a life? Ah!
Rear right tire is
Beginning to blister!
Your rear left tire is beginning to
Ooh, we're ahead of Alboreto. We're well ahead of Gasho. But so many people haven't posted. Senna has it with Prost, Mansell, Berger. What are they waiting for? There's Moreno. P2. Good job, Moreno. Alright, I think that's my time. 1:45.9. P16 on the grid. We qualified. We well qualified for that. Ayrton Senna on pole with Boutsen. Actually, you know what? Why don't we just have the guy tell us?
Hello there. The weather, as so often is the case here, is just wonderful. Over 30 degrees and climbing. It's a fantastic day for Formula One.
Ayrton Senna,
First.
Boutsen,
Second.
Berger,
Third.
Nigel Mansell,
Fourth.
Ivan Capelli,
Fifth.
Modena,
Sixth.
Roberto Moreno,
Seventh.
Alesi,
Eighth.
Patrese,
Ninth.
Suzuki.
10th.
Bernard.
11th.
Oh, so
Alain
far.
Prost.
12th.
Derek Warwick.
13th.
Warwick.
Donnelly.
14th.
Gugelmin.
15th.
There's me
The
and
Life
P6.
Driver.
Was decidedly average in qualifying and will have to work extra hard to make the most of his midfield position. He starts 16th.
Alboreto.
17th.
Satoru Nakajima.
18th.
Absolutely fucking destroyed by the
19.
coach.
Philippe Alliot.
20th.
Gachot.
21st.
Gasho did really well in the Subaru
Larini.
Coloni.
22nd.
JJ Leto.
23rd.
Vitek.
24th.
Alright, hello babies. Oh, we're going. 8 laps. We've got more than enough fuel. Let's go. First race of the season. An alright start. I haven't got my left and right. Everyone's going to the outside. Oh. Got Suzuki right behind, next to us. Going around the outside of Aguri in the LaRousse Lambo. Of course, he got a podium in the final race of the season at Suzuka. Alesi and Moreno going wheel to wheel, battering each other ahead of us. They're still wheel side on side, but Moreno just quits out in the Eurogrun. Going around the outside of both of them. Oh my god, good save. As we go up to the back of Patrese in the Williams. We're already up to P8 in this race, just in the first lap. Obviously, we want to take it a bit gentle. Tyres are quite cold. And we saw how many times I spun in practice. Patrese absolutely missing the apex by a mile. Really slow through here. Maybe we can get him on the exit. That Renault power, I think it was Renault in the Williams, really pulling him along. We're right next to him. I can't look sideways because I don't have it. But he gets me under braking. Oh, I almost lose the rear just then. Patrese keeps his P7. At this rate, we might even get points in our first race in the life. Which would just be absolutely astonishing if we could pull that off. Oh, can we go down the inside? Oh, not a chance, Picky Pants. Oh, but I get on the power well. Right behind the wing of the Williams of Patrese. Going around, he's forcing me to the outside. I gotta brake early. Oh, this section's so bumpy. Patrese is holding well. Can I go around the outside here? No, not a chance. Simply too tight. Who was that who lost his front wing? I was paying attention. Oh shit, Alboreto out. Eric Bernard's out. We go around the outside of Patrese. We spin it on the power. Oh crap. We gotta wait for everyone to go past. I can't spin it yet. Now we can. We lose masses of time just then. Absolutely fuck it up. Oh, Gashot's going around trying to. Oh, who's that on my inside? That was. I think that was Gashot in the Subaru Coloni. Oh crap! We touch him slightly there. A little bit of air. The flat 12 in that Coloni was in real life, of course, absolutely garbage. Sorry, it wasn't a flat 12, it was a true boxer 12. Unlike the Ferraris of the 70s, which were flat 12s, which were different, of course. Boxer engines have opposed pistons, whereas in flat engines they aren't directly opposed to each other. Oh, we lock up and touch the rear of him. I think we got away with that without damage. But I am definitely faster than him. There's just nowhere to pass around the streets of Phoenix unless you go around the outside of him. I don't know if he's gone into the pits or if he's right next to me. He's behind me. We got ahead of him round the final hairpin. Suzuki Nakajima right ahead. I think it was Suzuki Nakajima. Nakajima, either way, right ahead of us. In the Tyrrell, I think it was. Obviously being very outperformed by his rookie teammate this season. That is, of course, if he was in the Tyrrell. I can't remember what he was. I think that's a Tyrrell. Whereas a Lacey just made him look like a fool. But he did have some good results in the final race of the season. Both he and Suzuki getting points in the final race at their home race in Suzuka. But we're not there right now. We're in Phoenix. I get the power down much better than him. But I lose the rear. Touch him. Make sure. I just managed to hold it though. God, this thing is not very happy on power around some of these tight corners. Can I have a look around the inside? Maybe. No! I touch the rear and I go for a spin. Oh crap, there goes Alboreto. Guys, I'm going for it. No! Got hit by the... I think he took off the front wing. Okay, we're firmly in last place now after that last spin. We had to wait for all the cars to go past. Shit, I was in P8 at the first lap. Right behind Patrese. I just got too aggressive. Got too excited on the throttle. Two unnecessary mistakes in the first 3 laps of the race. Barbilla, I can't remember how to pronounce his name. Barilla in the Minardi fighting. I don't know who that is, and I think it's Alicia ahead of him. I think there might be someone in the pit lane. No, there is not. Let's see if we can catch up to the Minardis and not finish P-Live. Braking a lot later than I did even in qualifying for that corner. Yeah, my tyres are cooked obviously because I kept spinning out. As I've also been locking up a lot, so I can't imagine my front tyres are doing that much better. Now you want to take that little kink flat, but you just can't. Got to be really careful on throttle now that I've got blistering rear tyres. Braking hard for the corner. Ooh, nice apex. We are catching the group ahead of us. It's Onyx right ahead of the Minardi. The Moneytron Onyxes. Not sure who it is. I know quite a bit about the 1990 season, but not so much. I don't know all the drivers. Being really cautious under braking. I don't want to crash like I have earlier. But Billa really wants to get past Barilla, I mean to say, but he just can't seem to make it work. Because he's the only Minardi in this race. When I chose the grid, the AI sort of made itself up. So he's the only one, whereas I think Pierluigi Martini would have more realistically been the #1 Minardi. But when I chose the races, the game decided not to do it like that. We've definitely caught up to the group. Oh, he's having a look around the inside. He bumps the barrier. The AI aren't so great at wheel-to-wheel combat. They tend to misjudge the width of their own car, and like just then he went down the inside completely unnecessarily and lost all momentum. Suzuki's retiring. That's another spot we're going to gain. I tried to go around the outside of him and didn't Suzuki's out with suspension damage. I go down the inside. Oh, I just can't get on the power confidently enough. I'm so nervous on power because of all the spins. But we have got this legs on down the straight. Braking hard. I think we've got him under braking. No. I'm gonna even room. But he runs wide. Oh shit. I had a bit of oversteer there, but I managed to hold it. Oh shit, just like just then. Which gives him an opportunity to go back around the outside. So I'm going to defend the inside line from him. Nice. Nicely done. That's Wojtek.
Mauro Barilla.
No!
Barilla.
You just saw...
Barilla.
Is unable to
No!
continue. He's retired in second.
No! I stalled it! No!
Race over. Let's take a look at the classified results.
Ayrton Senna.
First,
Mansell.
second,
Riccardo Patrese.
third,
Prost.
Oh,
Jean Alesi.
fifth,
we were... And look, we were
Stefano
right behind
Modena.
Patrese. We could have gotten that back. Podium could have been us. Oh, but I stalled it. Christ. Now that's P22 on our very first race. So we're not last in the championship, but we're joint last with Berger, Donnelly, Boutsen, Warwick, Barilla, Suzuki, Alboreto, and Bernard. We're all joint last for we all DNF'd. I DNF. Gotta make sure to get these down so I can write them down. Bugger it. Unacceptable first race. Very poorly done by me.